Now we know a lot of work politics that goes here. And work politics, I hate it. Because when you go to that environment that is work politics,
To be
there are
honest,
so many
man,
things that goes wrong that is not supposed to go wrong.
absolutely, I hate it. I hate when you work like, you make people like, the more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see act. I hate it. Be very transparent and very straightforward.
No,
And one of the things that keeps me going, and where I'm working currently, the reason why I'm still there is because of my boss. Probably he might see this video. I'm not saying it for any.
your direct boss or
My
your
director. I don't want to say his name for some personal reasons, but my director that is
not your direct boss.
my direct boss, not my assistant manager, not my manager, my director. He knows. I mean, my friends knows the people I'm talking, or my work colleagues know. He is a very transparent guy. When I have studied this guy. Like, he is very straightforward. He doesn't like beating around the bush. You can tell him something about somebody and thinking that you're nailing the person. Maybe I'll just come to him and tell him, boss, you see about this guy, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then you leaves. You think that you have fucked up this guy behind the guy to your boss. But you think that your boss is just going to believe on what you say. He will investigate. If he doesn't investigate, he will keep watching. And when he notices all those things, he will wait for the right time and he will approach you. And whatever action he takes, his action is very justified. He doesn't take action anyhow. He does his checks before he takes his action. I'm not speaking because I have a personal like on him, but I am amazed. I am amazed with his work ethics.
Does this have to do with culture?
I would say as well, yes. Depends on how you work.
Because I've asked somebody, there are so many things I'm seeing here. I don't know how to understand it. I've tried to understand, but I don't know.
You cannot understand it, man.
It's our culture. He told me it's our culture.
No.
And when he told me,
a culture like what? A culture of making people.
No.
I mean,
you have to always seek favor from the back. The favor you're going to get is not justified by what your boss is looking at. It's going to be justified by what you say from the back.
See.
So there is no, everybody's always talking from the back. Everybody. I asked him, help me understand this, because coming from where I don't know this, right?
Yeah.
We insult people because they talk at someone's back. People will not have the face to speak in the public because of what they said at the back. But it looks like it's a regular act here. Please help me understand it.
Yeah, I won't say it's a regular act, but it happened often.
Bro, it's a regular act.
Okay, let me borrow your word. It's a regular act.
No, it depends on where you stay. It depends on where you work.
Yeah,
from my own standpoint.
Okay, it's a regular act. Okay, people do those things in their own mindset that they will use it to get a leverage against other people and get an advantage to be at their boss side. But the worst thing that you can do is, my boss always say, don't cover the shit of your colleague. If your colleague is fucking up, go straight, tell your boss what's happening. What you're doing is helping your colleague to get the shit right. You get my point? You're not reporting, but you're getting the shit right. But when your colleague is doing something wrong and you're covering, you're putting the whole department into a problem. Because that shit can go wrong and it will come back to the head of the department, and the head of the department will push the pressure down to the people. But when you don't cover, nothing will go wrong. So it means that you have to live by integrity. So people that is going behind, I would say they are just doing that for a selfish interest, because they think that they can be able to buy their way from there, to be able to get the next position, or to get, sometimes they succeed. For some certain bosses who does not really investigate or look down to see what this person is telling me, is it right or wrong? I have a boss who I worked under That was back in 2018. There was a report that came against me, and I was not there. The guy was reporting me, and you know what he told the guy? He just told him, please, just hold on for a minute. He called me. He come in. When I come in, he just say, sit down, and then he tell the guy, please start from the beginning. Just tell me what you just told me before. And the guy was shocked.
Yeah.
The guy couldn't speak anymore. He didn't do it because he wanted to fool the guy. But ensure the guy is, if you're coming to me, make sure that you're coming with fact and truth. If my guy is doing something wrong, I'm going to punish him in front of you straight away, because every action has the consequences, whether good or bad. So that's the kind of boss I want to be tomorrow. If I'm going to be a boss tomorrow, I want to live by integrity. I don't care how long it's going to keep me in that fame or in that organization. I don't care. But what I care is living with integrity. No, don't accept all those back talks, somebody coming behind you to tell you bullshit. Those talk that telling you can put you also in the problem who is listening.
You want to be straight arrow.
Straightforward. I know it's very rare. To see that kind of people is rare.
It's rare.
Because the people that we have now is they feed you with they'll feed you with bunch of nonsense, and you will just accept it as the big boss also, and then you don't even check and you take your actions. Those are wrong. But if you want to make those things stop, and which I'll be telling people who are watching, if you're a boss today and you want to make your organization to be good, don't have these buddies. Will I say buddies? Yeah. Victor is my assistant manager, so I believe whatever he tells me. Yes, believe whatever Victor tells you, but check whatever he tells you. As a human being, you need to check.
I was telling my junior, I think that was yesterday. I was telling my junior, right? Because I'm always watching everybody. I'm not saying anything. Everything you're doing, I'm watching. Everything you're doing, I'm watching. Because I'm a supervisor. So everything you're doing, I'm watching, but I'm not saying anything. If that thing you're doing persists, I'll try to change you from that place you are. Some people will get angry. Sometimes I'll try to tell them, this is why I changed you. This is why I removed you from where you're working to put you here. You feel like you're so much relaxed here, and you know the place we're working, there is so much pressure, and it's not going to come on you.
That's the thing they don't understand. It's
going to come on me.
Of course.
Right? Okay. This is not every department here. I have worked in every department here. And each time they change me, I do not complain. Each time they swing me like, what is that? And I don't complain.
That's...
And there is a reason why I cannot complain. There is a reason why I want to take that task that nobody wants to take. Put me there, no problem. There is a reason why I want to take it. Because it's going to give me an edge to speak fearlessly to anybody that is going to tell me this, that. That is why I want to take that task.
Absolutely. And it's also going to make you know that they don't want you to know. You know, what people don't understand is this is a very big secret, but I'm going to say it. But what people don't understand is whenever they're pushing you, is when they're doing something good for you.
Yeah.
Why they push you? Why they push?
Yeah.
Because this is how I change the perspective. I stop being angry. Whenever my manager is giving me pressure, I stop being angry.
Yeah.
I start looking into that thing to be able to get that thing done.
I try to take everything at my own advantage. I am not a kid.
You understand what I mean?
I thought some of my colleagues, I am not a kid. I have life experience. Maybe I give you 20 years, but I'm working with you. I have life experience working in so many places. I have understood that. So when they say what will not kill you
makes you stronger,
they're not joking.
Yeah, this is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
That place they are going to kill you. You say, why did you put me here? You did not put this person here. You did not put this person. Bro, smile and take that task.
This is what people fail to
own advantage.
Exactly. Please. This is what people fail to understand. Because why they are trying to push you to that edge, they're doing something good for you.
But most of them most of them that puts you there don't understand this. You know, some of this my boss, there is this particular boss. He will say, I'll put you there. I'll be smiling. I'll put you there. You know, this, if something happened, maybe there is something happen, it might not actually be my fault, but because
you're the head.
I'm going to take it.
Yeah, you
Is
take the
this
responsibility.
not good here? This, you're not supposed to be in this position. I'm going to put you there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to complain. I will tell you, I will ask if I get angry, have you changed any of my position or duty I'm doing? I complain. I might ask that question because I do ask more often. Yeah. They will say, no, but I'm going to, I will reply, you will never see me complain about any position or any duty. I will not. Because to you, you might do it that you want to punish me. But there is this just straight bulletproof, I do that job straight up.
Yeah.
I
That's
do
right.
that job. I will never, no matter any fight we had, if I leave you going to that job, I'm going there to conquer it 100%. This is how I face any job. I don't want to do a shitty job. You have excuse to screw me. That is not how I operate.
Absolutely. Even me, I want to do my job done and dusted. Like, when I'm going
There
home,
will not be any mistake.
yeah, of course.
I will try.
I'll try 110%. I always give my 99% in my job. I always want to get involved. I always want to be away. I always want to be involved in every single thing. So at the end of the day, even though mistake comes, I'll know that I give it my 100%. Yeah, no one is perfect. Mistake can comes, you will accept the mistakes, but try not to repeat the mistake again and again. Mistake can happen 2 or 3 times, but there's no problem. But try not to make it a habit for that mistake to keep happening. So for me, I always wanna put all my best interests at work. And when someone is trying to push me down or belittle me at work, back in the days, I will get angry. I will shout. I will yell. Sometimes I will act angrily.
Yeah, that is another thing I'm trying.
But that is a very selfish act.
Mm.
When someone is trying to put you in a hard way, in a hard position, accept it.
No, you're saying it as if, there is, some bosses, they will say, okay, I'm going to put this guy in this position. It's hard, but when he overcomes that position, he levels up for another level.
Yeah, some people do that.
Yeah.
But some people are using it as a punish.
Yes.
They are punishing you like
Yes,
they want to. I want to punish. I want to show this guy who I am.
Now,
like I want to show my power to that guy.
That is what we faced here. We are.
Exactly.
And now my own mindset is no problem. Do it.
And years has gone by, and I've learned a lot. Now I'm trying as much as I can to relax more than being angry at work. Being angry at work can only disfocus you, can only distract you, can only make you face the noise, but they will make you not to see what is inside. But when you are very focused, regardless of the pressure,
there is this job
you will see what is inside.
No, there is this job we do in Nigeria. In my own language, we call it guavo. This is what we call it in my own language. I will try to explain it in English. Guavo means whatever thing you do that day, that is how much they're going to pay you.
You get paid as you work.
Yeah, you get paid as you work.
Okay.
And when you're working with that kind of condition, you want to lift the whole world.
Of course, man.
You understand?
You gotta do more than expected.
I did that job. I did it for years. You understand?
Yeah.
And in the morning when I wake up, I want to do more than what I did yesterday.
Absolutely.
I did it. I did not do it for 1 day. I did not do it for 2 days. I did it for years, man. This, they are going to pay you according to how many bags of cement that you did. Yesterday I did 2.
No, tomorrow I did 3.
Today to do 4.
Yeah.
And if I did that 4, the next day I'm going to wake up to do
more. Yeah.
Now I did not live this life accidentally. I did not live it by punishment. I did it and I adapted doing this shit.
Yeah.
I'm coming here now and you want to put me where? So long as I can move, I'm gonna grab it with 100%.
Yeah, good to go.
Mindset to conquer it, to come on top of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know.
So
See,
you cannot punish me with a job. It's not possible. You cannot do that.
yeah, that's what people don't understand.
The
See,
only thing you can do is, after doing my job, you called me because of one mistake that is not actually my fault to insult me.
that's another thing that pains out because you know
They do it today.
yeah, they do it. They want to put the blame on someone. There's one thing. One of my colleague do that I don't really understand. If a mistake happens, why are you looking for the blame? You get me?
Yeah.
Mistake is already done. We need to figure out and fix the mistake, and don't look at the blame. You're blaming this guy, you're blaming that guy, you're blaming who exactly do you want to blame? If you are in that position, you're gonna probably do the same mistake. Yeah, because you have a lot of things going on in your mind, and you're working, you're receiving calls, you're doing that and that, and then something can happen. A mistake can happen. So when a mistake happens, we're not covering you of the mistake, but we fix the mistake and you learn from the correction. That's it. So don't blame people for mistakes that happens at work. Even me, if my colleague or my junior staff do a mistake, how I'm gonna put that mistake is putting a corrective action.
Yeah.
I do it by myself, or I teach him how to do it. And I tell him, you did a mistake in this part. You need to correct it next time. But maybe they will not see me taking action like giving him a notify, warning letter, or maybe making him write a statement and all that. But I'm giving him a verbal corrective.
They actually want to see you do that all the time.
Because for me, I want to see people succeed.
Yeah.
This is my motive. I want to see. I like an environment. I hate toxic environment. I like an environment where I work. Everybody is flowing together. We're working together hand to hand.
If you're a boss, you're a general manager,
Working hand to hand.
Charge, and you told me that I'm going to give you this task, that is employment, right? And this is how much I'm going to pay you. I agree that I'm going to take that money. Then we signed that contract. I started working for you. After 2-3 months, not even after the probation period, before the probation, I said I'm no longer interested. Why? Why do I want to terminate that contract? It happens every month where we work now. And our surroundings. Why? I tell people that this people that want to leave this job is not their fault, because they saw the salary, they saw the pay before they agreed to do the job.
Yeah, it was okay.
Why
they accepted.
They suddenly don't want to do the job?
That's another thing.
You should seriously look at the people you are giving best managers, man.
Yeah, this is the thing. They don't look at it. They just give. But for me, there are things which I don't really care.
Okay, I want to ask you a hypothetical question. How old are you?
For me, I prefer not to say my age.
That's why I say hypothetical. That means you can say whatever you want.
Around 30s, 40s, yeah.
How many life experience? How many years life experience do you have? Real life experience do you have?
Real life experience I've had over. I'll say real life experience I've had over almost 2 decades.
There is nothing that is happening around me right now that I've not lived before. It's just a different face.
Yeah, of course. Like, I have seen life, man. I have lived life. I have seen life. I have faced the other part of life, the toughest part of life. And eventually, even something happens to me that might, if it happens to other people, they might not survive it. Like, I lost one of my loved ones right in front of me. I have done a lot of things, man. Not something bad, but something good for survival. And I've do a lot of work, doing from the, low level of work to the high level of work and to the level of work that I'm working right now. I do a lot of work and I have seen a lot of things in life. There's nothing, okay, what I can say I haven't seen is being in jail. I haven't gone to the jail. I haven't been in police station before.
I
haven't been in police station. I haven't been handcuffed before. But I have do what a man needs to do to survive in a very good way. So I have seen life. There's nothing that you can expect. That's why money and luxury lives doesn't spike me for any bit. You understand what I mean?
Mm.
Like I don't feel it. I don't feel like if I see all these Lamborghinis, Ferraris, all these big
Your
cars,
life
G-Wagon,
experience.
even though at my level now, it doesn't trigger me to feel like, oh my God, this is really nice. Some people might be saying, yeah, you're saying this because you haven't gotten to that level. Even though I get to that level, I have handled money, bro. I have handled money. When I say money, I've handled money because money is a thing that when you have it, today it can be yours, tomorrow it can be someone else. So I have handled money. So I have seen money. There's nothing that is about money now that can trip me or make me lose my value. So life in general, I have seen.
I've been working since I was 19, and I'm now 30 something.
19. I even work. I even
No,
work.
professional job that I have to come clock in.
I did my
after the
own
month.
business when
No,
I
I'm not
think
talking
from
about
age of
business.
12.
I'm not talking about business. I'm talking about working for somebody that I have to work for 30 days
To get paid.
Yeah, to get paid, right? And I've been doing that since I was 19. Now I am 30 something without being sacked for a day.
Yeah, that means you put in a lot of commitment.
I have experience. I have real life of experience of asking somebody, sir. I know when somebody's trying to screw me. I know when somebody's backbiting. I know when somebody's doing eye service. And I grew up in Nigeria.
Mhm.
I did a concrete job.
Yeah, I know. When whoever that do that job, man, is you
I
cannot
did a
just
concrete
compare it
job.
to the normal
So
people.
I understand everything that you're going to do. And in everything, I have tried as much as everybody has their principle,
Mhm.
but I've tried as much as I can to live by chain of command. I don't
Okay.
see it here.
Huh. Chain of command here.
I don't see it here.
Wait.
I don't see it here like it is. You cannot go above me. It is
Mhm.
not possible that you go above me.
Mhm.
I am your senior.
Mhm.
Whatever I tell you is what you're going to do. And whatever comes out, I take it. It's not like that here.
Yeah, some organizations are not like that, but some organizations are like that. I'll be very honest with you.
With my
Yeah,
experience, let me not generalize.
maybe with your experience, like in my department, I would say we have an open door policy. All right, so if you think you've approached the first level of the management is not assisting you, you can go to the upper higher of the management.
No, it's not even management. I'm not talking about management.
No, when I mean
It's the
management,
hierarchy, right?
no, when I mean management, it's not the hierarchies. What I mean management is about like maybe you approach your supervisor and he's not assisting you. You can go up to your manager. He's not assisting you. You can go up to your director. That's how it works. From where I came from where I'm working, that's how it works. We have a very open door policy, which is very, very smooth and it makes everything transparent. Not like before. Before my previous management, before this my boss came in, oh my goodness, God. It was hectic and toxic. Man, I was called for an ambulance back in the place where I lived. I was called for an ambulance because of the toxic thing that was happening at work. To be honest, man, I felt sick.
You got a mental issue.
Shit. I was thinking like, okay, end it all, just go. But when this management came in, when my boss came in, he turned the desk around. He made it clear. This is white, and we're gonna work on white. If you have a black, you'll be spotted out because we're working on the white platform. So if you are wearing black, you'll be spotted out. If you're trying to be opposition against the team, you'll be spotted out. And when this guy put this thing, the whole department changed. And those ones who were wearing black, everyone fled. All of them ran away.
They left.
They left.
Because they couldn't contain it.
They couldn't contain it because now they have been living with that kind of lifestyle for decades.
This is what I told
Working
you.
there.
This is what I told you. I sincerely asked somebody, and this guy told me it's culture.
They have been living with that decade. Bro, this guy has been living, these particular guys have been living with that particular habit because they have made it as a habit. You know, they superseded the
It's culture, man.
attitude of leading or ruling people. Like once they come in, they want everybody to be scared of them. You don't go to work as a boss to make your team to be scared of you. But as a boss, you go to work to make your team to work with you, or you work with your team to achieve the goal at the end of the day. But for them, man, they make this like, oh, this guy's coming to work. Everybody like,
So
man,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
gotta-
matter if the work suffers him.
you gotta put yourself together. Like he's passing, man. You gotta adjust yourself. This is how they make the work. And one of the guy, I stood up and I challenged him. One day, we become a very big enemy, and from there, he made my life full of shit. I was working without pressure, but I didn't give a shit. And until the particular time when the nemesis cut him up in the situation, and he ran. He left crying. He even cried when he was leaving. I'm asking, why are you crying? No, what I was asking in my mind, like, see, if you have done a good job
Yeah.
for almost 1.5 decades with organization, you don't need to cry. You live with integrity. You live with the privilege that I've worked with these people and I've lived
For about
a
50
legacy.
years.
Yes, I've lived a legacy for these people to carry on. And when they remember my name, they will know that I have done a job. But when they remember your name, we remember toxic, we remember pain, we remember not working with such person like you in the life.
Again, he's living with his skills.
Yes, but he left crying, and I'm asking myself, what the
Why was he
hell?
crying?
What the hell were you crying, bro? This nigga that I'm telling you, he's the toughest in the team. But when he left,
I'm thinking about this.
when he left,
right now.
when he left, he was crying. I'm asking myself, what the hell are you crying for? That was what I was asking myself. Why are you crying? I probably think he's gonna see this video. But I don't care.
He's not saving.
Maybe he will see this video. I don't care, and I believe that I will never work with such a person like that. If I will say it in this video clearly. If I come to put my CV in a job, or I come for an interview, I see him there, I will ditch the job.
Yeah.
I will ditch the job. I go to another company because they're not the only one. This guy made life full of shit and hard. When my boss came in now, my God, we felt like, someone just came from nowhere in a dark room and put the light and save us. The guy changed the whole thing. The whole department was transparent and people did not like it because they were like,
that is not what they're used to.
Because they are used to this, they are, what is it called? My brother, this kind of a thing. They used to that. Like, if you do something bad, they will even cover you. But somebody that is against them do something bad, they put you on the sun to dry up. So when this guy came in, he changed the whole thing, put a white platform. If you're black, if you think that you're going to be a black person on the team, come in. You'll be spotted out. And when you're spotted out, then we'll face you.
You'll be dealt with.
Absolutely, you'll be dealt with, and nobody wanna come into that and be dealt with in that kind of format. Because if you do, they will know that okay, fine. If we 100 people in the team and you're the only one that is standing, causing problems means you have a problem. If 99 people are working and they are not having any issue and you're the only one, so it means you have a problem. So, but you need to be careful of those people. Because those people can get 1 and develop 2 and become 3 before you know it. They enter the team. So also is another thing that also we are facing here. But I trust the person that I'm working with.
No, it depends on how the exposure the person has mentally.
Yeah.
If the person is mature, or the person have seen stuff, watched. Let me not say read, because there are people that don't have time to read. Listen, watch. You cannot only get education by reading.
Absolutely.
You can get
from what you hear.
Listen,
right? From what you listen to.
So
what you look at.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to, put them in this box and say it's because this the attitude is this. That is why sometimes I ask questions. Sometimes I say I don't understand this. Why do you do this? Distance is not in our culture. If people do it, we shame them. Why do you do this?
Exactly.
I try to understand.
Like,
Seriously,
why?
I asked this question: why do you behave like this? Why do you say that? Why do you cuss all the time? Why, if somebody says something or somebody come now and tell you something, immediately the guy moves, you say what the person says.
Why?
Let me
Why you have to
understand this.
backstab someone?
Let me. I even tell them there is something they call eye service. Do you know what is eye service?
Of course, I know.
No,
eye
no, I'm not
service.
asking you. I'm asking them. Do you know
Okay.
what is eye service? No, it's English. Okay, open your phone, Google it. What is eye service? Let me understand this because we're working. There are some things you have to do. I will say, okay, I will overlook it. I don't want to think about it like if I am in Nigeria, this is how I'm going to react. I need to look you when you do that kind of stuff and overlook you. You understand?
Yeah.
So right now, there are some things that they will be doing right now. If it's something that is not hindering the job, something I have to shout, I will just, okay.
Yeah, just ignore them.
Yeah.
Ignore the
Since I
ignore the
have
noise.
known that this is your culture, okay. You have your culture, I have my culture. I don't want to change you. Be
Yeah,
who you
you
are.
know, his culture of eye service and all that. I know, I understand what you mean.
Be
You
who
know?
you are. Seriously, be
No,
who you are.
but people needs
It's
to
okay.
be changed. People need to change.
No. It's
People
it's not Victor that is going to change that person.
You're right.
I would not like somebody to come and change my culture.
I see.
I will not
When
like
you are protecting or showing a bad culture, it needs to be
But
changed.
it's not what only one person is doing. What are you going to change?
It's not only one person is doing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not what only one person is doing, but
Bro,
you can do it, but
yeah.
you can hide it.
You know, there are some places when you will go as a new guy, you ask questions, right? Okay, let's say where there is 20 nationals. You got a job where there is 20 different nationalities.
Mhm.
Then you see somebody from your side. You ask the person, what's up? How we working here? And the person has no good stuff to say. This is reality, man.
Yeah, you're right. But sometimes you don't listen to one mouth.
Yeah, now see, this is reality. You ask because we ask when you go for interview, right? You come out from office.
Yeah, you see somebody, you see a fellow, you can
You
just ask
ask
him
him,
what's up about the job and tell you. Sometimes people say from the perspective, and sometimes people are very. I'll be very honest with you. People are very, very selfish. Even though when you're treating them good, like my boss is doing now, he's treating all the team with the good food. I can dare anyone in my team to come out and say my boss is not good.
No, there are people that if you're not taking their side, they're not gonna like it. Doesn't matter what you do.
I can dare my team, they will be watching and they will see this, to tell me that my boss is not good. I dare any of them.
No, there are people that will
But
not like
still,
you for the fact
there
that
are
you're not
particular
taking their
people.
side.
There are the particular people who will still say this man is not good.
That is how life is. Remember that Jesus Christ was crucified.
Yeah, but there are some particular people who will still come out and say this man is not good. But this man is not just good to me. It's good to the whole team.
No, that is why when we were arguing before this podcast, I said, you don't know what is good fights. People say pick your fight.
No,
you don't know.
You go back to this fight.
No. No, this is a reference, right?
Yeah.
I said when we were arguing before this podcast, I said, you don't know what is a good fight. You just need to wake up in the morning and face it head on.